friends. Welcome to class today. Today's class is inspired by the element of fire. We're going to be focusing on our trunk, our core, our spine, and we'll be doing some twists, as well as starting with a breath of fire, or Kapalabhati breath, breathing practice. I would like you to begin in an upright seat. One option could be to bring both blocks in this sort of throne like low, the blocks are right next to each other. You could sit just like this, or place the blanket on top, and then now you have a little seat. You can come down and find a comfortable seat here to begin. Hands rest on the thighs or knees. Shift your weight, adjust so you're comfortable. Gaze can fall to the earth, or the eyes can close. Take a few moments to arrive. Give yourself space to bring your attention here into practice, into the room. Honor this transition. Maybe you shift your weight to the side. Maybe you lean front and back. Maybe adjust your shins, your knees. Take your time to find your place. When you're ready, explore your breath. Maybe you lick your lips and swallow. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, release through the mouth. Take a few rounds of centering, breaths in, and clearing, breaths out. As you inhale, imagine length through the crown along the spine. And as you exhale, imagine that same energy traveling down your central channel and into the blocks in the earth. So modulating yourself between the earth and the sky. And as you find your center here, just take a moment. If you'd like to set an intention or a dedication for practice, feel free to do that now. Breath work will be Kapalabhati breath, which is short bursts of exhales through the nose. Your lips will be sealed, and you'll be drawing your belly in to support you in the exhale. The inhale will take care of itself. It'll look and sound like this. You inhale halfway, You can go as quickly or as slowly as you need to, taking breaks whenever you need to. And your throat will become a little dry, so feel free to take a sip of water or pause to lick your lips and swallow. Do what you need to do. So when you're ready, we'll take an inhale halfway to begin and then do it. So close your eyes, find your center again. Take a big breath in and a full exhale out. And then inhale halfway. Go for it. You got this for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On one exhale all the way. Take a full inhale and a big audible exhale. On your next breath in, slowly lift your arms up overhead, gathering that energy, feeling it up and under your armpits, stretching through the fingers. And then exhale, twist over to your right. Have the left hand come across, just a gentle, sweet seated twist, finding breath to movement. Inhale, arms sweep overhead, big breath in. Exhale, twist to your left. Right hand comes across, left hand comes behind. Maybe it comes to the earth. Maybe it comes to the blanket. A few more just like that. Inhale to sweep up. Exhale to rotate and twist. Think about twisting through the torso, through the trunk, not the neck just yet. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist left. Nice, one more time each side. Inhale through center, arms sweep up. Exhale, rotate. Inhale through center, maybe that breath and that inhale and exhale is getting a little longer. Exhale to twist. And then this one we're gonna stay. So inhale through center and exhale, twist and land. Left hand comes across to the outer right thigh. Right hand comes behind to stabilize. 3 breaths here. Inhale to lengthen through the crown. Exhale to maybe twist a little more. Now it's starting to get into the shoulders, maybe the neck. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, exhale. Big breath in, full breath out. Inhale to release, come back through center, arms sweep up. Exhale, rotate to your left, same. Take the first breath to land, exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to rotate. Use the leverage of your arms, rotating through the torso. Breath in, breath out. Last one, deepest twist here. Inhale, use your core, use that belly. Exhale to rotate. Inhale back through center, arms sweep up. And then hands rest on the thighs again, on the knees. Lean back a bit, just switch the cross of your shins. We'll take some side body leans as well as some movement continuing through the spine and through the shoulders. So staying symmetrical here, maybe some movement through the knees just to kind of settle back. Notice how it feels to have this opposite shin, in your supported Sukhasana. And then arms sweep overhead. We'll take a few cactuses here. Bend the elbows, bring the elbows towards your hips. Maybe look up, soft squeeze of the shoulder blades. 4 more, just like that. Inhale to sweep up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, sweep up. Think about really reaching through the fingers, stretching through the crown. Exhale to cactus and open through the heart. Nice, big breath in. Full exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Arms sweep overhead. Nice, now teeter to your left first. Left hand comes down, fingertips rest on the earth as you stretch through the right side. Try to keep that right hip grounded, that right knee heavy as you find length and space. Inhale through center. Second side, right hand comes down, left hand reaches overhead. Keep that left hip grounded. Nice, 3 more times each side. Use your breath. Inhale through center, exhale to lean. Inhale through center, exhale. So nice. Inhale through center, exhale to lean. Inhale through center, exhale to land. Now we will stay. Inhale through center, exhale, left hand comes down, right hand comes up and over, anchor through the low body, and then maybe find some twisting through the torso. Gaze can go up. You can really just stretch through the right side, reaching through the right fingers. Option again to bring the gaze under the shoulder. Option to also cactus the right elbow and kind of open up the heart a bit, just like we were doing seated. So take a couple breaths here, exploring space, and be soft through the right side of the neck, right? Really easy to clench your jaw or kind of try to hold tension as we do in the neck. Can you practice here that softening, that releasing as you kind of warm up the right shoulder? Maybe some big circle sweeps with the right arm could feel good. And then prepare to come back through center, nice and easy. Take it to the second side. Right hand comes down, anchor there, anchor through that left hip. That left arm comes up and overhead. Soft bend in the right elbow, right? This right side body is anchoring here. And then stretching through the left side, reaching through the fingers, breathing here into your left ribs. Maybe bringing the gaze around, taking some twists. Stretching really good through the fingers. Maybe cactusing your elbow. Maybe circling through the arm. Last breath in and out here. Come back to center. Nice. Arms reach overhead. Interlace the hands. Flip the fingers up towards the sky. Really stretch through the armpits. Take an inhale to prepare. And then as you exhale, hands drop down in front of you, chin drops down. So a seated cat-cows. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, around. Inhale, sweep up. Pinky fingers reach behind, maybe look up. Exhale, round through the upper back. 3 more. Inhale, maybe lean forward. Or just stretch up through the front body. Exhale to round. 2 more. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, sweep up, look up. Exhale to round. Final preparation. Inhale, reach up. Release the fingers, bend the elbows, cactus, open up your heart. Now bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes, reconnect to your intentions. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Nice, open your eyes. We'll meet in table. Come forward onto the hands and the knees. Blanket can be underneath your knees and have your blocks towards the top of the mat for support for later. Once you arrive in table, Blocks are out of the way at first. Hands come down under the shoulders and take big circles over the wrists. Toes can be tucked or untucked, whatever feels good. Focus on your wrists. Shoulders big, shoulder circles, couple in one direction, and then switch directions. And then when you're ready, tuck your toes. Maybe reach back with your hands and kind of get all 10 toes tucked under, especially those pinky toes. And think about also pressing your hips back and waking up the soles of your feet. Really important, we're gonna be doing a little bit of balancing stuff here so you can be, once we're really nice and engaged in the core, we're gonna be balancing our challenge, but that also requires focus and energy and discipline, right? This energy of fire. So you also wanna make sure that you're connected to all points of your feet, right? We'll be balancing on our feet. So the toes, the inner and the outer arches, and the heels. Sometimes it's nice to kind of sway the heels side to side, really press through, even squeezing through the big toes and kind of bringing the inner arches of your feet together a little bit as you shift your weight around. And then start to just be fluid here in your table position, exploring your hips, exploring your shoulders and your spine. We will take a couple rounds of cat-cow here in a moment, but just move through the spine and hips. And of course, come back to your breath. So maybe you're sealing your lips and you're inhaling and exhaling through the nose, letting that heat, that tapas, that energy build in your core, right, in your body, in your whole body. Option to flip the fingers towards the edges of your mat, maybe even flipping them toward the knees to wake up your forearms. That can be really, really nice. Alrighty. And then we'll take lateral bends with our cat-cow. So you'll untuck your toes if they are tucked. Knees are right underneath your hips. You're pressing into the tops of the feet and the shins. And begin to walk your hands over to your left. So you're closing your left side body, you're opening your right. Have the hands slightly out, kind of externally rotated and a little bit wider than the shoulders. Soften through the wrists, right? If you're really driving into the earth, that can start to also like pinch the wrists a little bit. So be soft, but be really pressing, have all parts of your hand on the earth, right? And then lower the belly, inhale, pull through, and exhale to round. Kind of notice the way the lateral bend kind of restricts areas of the body. Inhale to pull through, and exhale to round. Last one, inhale, pull through, exhale to round. Come back to neutral with your spine. Hands walk back towards the midline and right over to the second side. Hands walk out to the right. You start to close the right side body as you open the left. And then you're nice and open here. You're pressing through the palms, soft elbows. On your breath in, soften the belly, lift your heart, inhale. Exhale to round. 2 more. Inhale to pull through. Exhale to round. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Release your spine. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Come back to neutral here, facing towards the top of your mat. Alrighty. We'll take some rotation through a threaded needle. Knees might want to be a little bit wider than your hips. Again, toes can be tucked or untucked. You press into the left hand. Feel free to take a block under your hand, or also the forearm can come down to the earth of the block if the wrist is hurting you. Or, giving you a little bit of feedback, right? This works too. When you're ready, the right hand will come behind the skull. Right elbow starts to open up. Gaze goes over to the right. Big breath in. And as you exhale, right elbow chases the left wrist over, bend your left elbow. So 4 more, just like that. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Really try to twist as much as you can. 3 more, inhale to open. Exhale. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Last one here. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. This time, inhale to open and reach that right arm to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Back of the hand, back of the arm, back of the shoulder, nice and soft, release to the earth. Use a block to support the head if you need to. Option to walk the left fingers forward as well, so you're in a little bit of a twist. Last option too is to bring the left hand behind you and it comes towards the right hip for a bind. A little bit more of a balance challenge on the right shoulder, so just be mindful of that. Couple breaths in and out here. If you shift your weight a little bit more onto the right shoulder, that'll give you a bigger stretch there, but go easy, be gentle on yourself. 3 full breaths in and out here. Inhale, exhale, big breath in, full breath out. Last one, inhale, exhale. If you took a bind or if you extended the left arm, bring it back onto the earth to help you, support you to unwind. Right arm reaches up to the sky, and then right hand comes back down. Nice. Right over to the second side, left hand comes behind your head, gaze down. On your breath in, first round can be just kind of feeling into it, open up. And then left elbow comes towards the right wrist, bend your right elbow. Nice, 4 more, just like that. Inhale, big breath in to open. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Big breath in. Full breath out. Exhale all the way. Last one, inhale. And exhale. On your inhale to open, press through that right hand, release that bind around the head, left arm goes under, just prepare, and then exhale, thread the needle, left arm comes under the right shoulder, gently place the back of the hand, place it down, take your time. Extend the right arm toward the top of the mat if you want that, or reach it behind for the bind. Last breath in, inhale, and exhale. Press into the right hand, unwind, inhale, and then the left hand comes back down. Nice. All right, we'll find a plank pose. Maybe you walk your hands slightly forward, and then as you press into the hand, step your feet back. Find your high plank. Drive through the feet, really engage in your core, a gentle tuck of your chin. You're gonna find breath of fire here. If you need to lower the knees, feel free, right? You still have about 80% of your body weight here. Belt, wherever you are, whatever variation, belly's pulling in towards your spine. You're pressing the earth away through the toes, through the hands. You're really engaged here. We'll take 10 breath of fire Kapalabhati in your plank pose. Seal your lips, inhale halfway, and go. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Exhale all the way out, of course. Hands walk back. You're in a forward fold back of your mat. Heels are about hips distance. Rag doll, catch opposite elbows. Let yourself hang heavy here. Nice forward fold. Find your breath again. Hands come to the shins or thighs. Inhale to halfway lift. And as you lift up your upper body, think about your hips reaching back behind you. And try to get your upper body parallel, where you're engaged in your spine and your shoulder blades to help you do so. So a gentle tuck of your chin, the crown of your head is reaching forward. Shoulder blades are active, keeping you lifted, core is active here. And you're soft bending in your knees, almost like you're pulling, like squeezing a block in between your thighs, and you're sending your hips back, your hamstrings are active here in your halfway lift. So again, big breath in here, just Notice the way the heat builds as you find this activation and this really intentional halfway lift hold. Take a breath in, and then an easy exhale, fold. Press into the earth, arms sweep overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. So full breath in to gather your energy up, straighten through the legs. Exhale, hands to your heart. So 3 rounds of half sun A's. Inhale, sweep it up and over. Hinge at the hips and fold, let it go. Bow all the way down. Exhale. Inhale to halfway lift, hands to the shins or thighs. Exhale to fold. Arms sweep all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, gather that energy, that heat. Exhale, hands to your heart. Nice inhale, sweep up, think about catching the divine. And then exhale to fold, plant that inspiration into the earth. Inhale to halfway lift to prepare. Exhale to fold. Sweep all the way up, last one, big breath in, gather that energy. And then exhale, bring it right to your heart center. Think about your intentions. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Nice. Now walk yourself back out to a high plank pose. Set up your space, set up your strong shape. If you need to lower the knees, do so. And then once you're in your plank pose, adjust your hands. So option to walk your hands a little further, a little longer than your shoulders, maybe even a little bit wider, right? Really find like a long, strong plank pose. Maybe your feet walk a little longer, maybe they walk a little wider, right? Really engage, challenge your plank pose. I'm sure you guys do these a lot. So really work for it, fight for it, find that tapas, that effort, that energy, that discipline. You're here, big breath in, full breath out. Then start to walk your feet towards your wrists. Take your time, go slow, take little tiptoes, little steps. Find your hips sending towards the sky. Take your time, maybe bend your knees, and then have your feet land. Bend the knees, catch opposite elbows, ragdoll it out if that feels okay. And then slowly roll up to stand. Find Tadasana pose. Palms are facing forward. Feel the energy of your practice, right? We've been here for about 30 minutes, moving nice and strong, really being focused and dialed in, noticing the way the body is shifting and changing. Take a nice big breath in and a full breath out. Nice. We'll take Utkatasana, chair pose, with some unleveraged twists. So what you want to do is begin to bend your knees. Sit your hips towards your heels and send your knees forward. So we're working on our balance, we're working on pressing through the feet, really being active. I like to look down and think about sending my knees over my toes and then sitting my hips, finding my weight over the midline of my feet as I send my hips back. And notice if your tailbone is flicking out or if it's really tucked in. Can you really lengthen? I like to press the ground away and lengthen through my crown first, and then slowly start to sit my hips back. Imagine you're squeezing a block in between your thighs. That energy of going inward, that's really gonna ask your quads to work. Really, really important, and keep your core super engaged too. You can always put a block in between your thighs and really, really feel it, right? Feel free. So once you get here, find your Utkatasana, hands can come to heart center, and then with control here, start to leverage your chest forward. Shoulder blades wrap around your spine, nice long through the crown of your head. Take a big breath in to prepare. Then as you exhale, twist over to your right. Unleveraged here. Try to keep that left hip back and that right hip forward as you start to rotate over to the right. Stay long through the torso. Big breath in and a big breath out. Twist a little more. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back through center. Use your core to get there. Exhale, sink deeper. You got it. Inhale, lean forward a little bit. Wrap the shoulders. Reactivate, re-engage, refocus, and then start to rotate over to your left. Nice. Gaze goes over. Stay long through the crown, long through the spine. Left hip pulling back, right hip pulling forward. Maybe you twist a little more. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to center and forward fold. Let it go.
Feel the release in the back line. Notice how the heat spreads through the body, right? That fire, that energy of change, of transformation, of effort, of work. Notice. Nice and slow, you start to slowly rise up to stand. Legs are working here, right? Legs and core, and also your spine and your shoulders. So roll out the shoulders a couple times, kind of letting go any tension that's kind of creeped up. It happens so subtly. Roll the shoulders forward. Take a couple deep breaths in and out. And then just start rocking. Have your arms out to your side and just start sort of twisting here. Let your hands, your arms kind of just go with you. Finding this nice windmill action. Just kind of tapping yourself, a really nice nervous system, regulatory, somatic experience. Nice. Slow it down, come back, meet me back in center. Even yourself out. We're gonna do something I like to call the stability series. Well, it's awakening yoga. It's a stability series from awakening yoga. Alrighty, so you're gonna balance on your right foot first. You're gonna come onto your left toes. So doing this shifts the weight into the right leg, so soft bend in your right knee. Again, grip into your toes, grip into the arches, grip into the heel. Then when you feel ready for it, using your abs, using that balance, find a drizzy, a focus, a place to put your energy and your attention. And then when you're ready, lift this left knee and bring the hands underneath the left hamstring for support. So right here, this could be enough. Or when you're ready, start to stretch through the leg and extend through the heel. Keep the hands here. This might be enough, right? Noticing how the right leg is waking up and how you're driving through this left heel. You're keeping that quad engaged. Abs are working here. Second option here is to release the hands and try to fight for that leg. Maybe you lift the toes a little higher, press the ground away. You got it. Breathe in, breathe out, and slowly lower the left foot down to the ground. Nice. Now press into the left foot, come onto the right toe, second side. Bend in your left knee, send the weight down, grip through the toes, grip through the arches, grip through the heel, right? When you're ready, right knee comes in. Find your focus, find a point to put your energy, and then interlace your hands underneath the right thigh. And if that blinking challenged you, there we go, right? Not a bad thing, challenging your balance, right? Balance is meant to be challenged. So flexing the right toes can kind of help you engage that right quad a little bit more, holding this space, or starting to work to extend through the leg. Maybe lifting the toes a little bit, really driving through the heel. Feel engagement from your right hip into the right heel. Really fight for it. Feel those abs, that core turning on. Big breath in. Full breath out. With control, slowly, slowly, slowly lower that right leg down to the ground. Nice. Shake out the legs. That mission is accomplished. And then we're gonna practice tree pose here. So lovely options. The hips aren't super, super warmed up. We haven't done a lot, so go easy on yourself, right? Find what feels good. So you'll balance on the right foot first, same energy. I like to come onto my left toes, bending in my right knee, kind of waking up that leg, saying, hey, 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 we're about to work here. And then sole of the left foot can kickstand. Always feel free to use a wall, or slide that right sole of the foot up towards the right calf. This could be enough right here, hands at heart center. You're focusing on your balance. Maybe the left foot comes up a little higher. Maybe it's pressing into the thigh. Feel free to support that, right? And just notice as you press that foot into the right thigh, and you can press that right thigh into the left foot. Feel that core engage, that opening. Both hips are still facing forward. Maybe the hands come up and overhead. Option to kind of teeter side to side, right? You have this length through your side body, through your twist. And of course, you're really engaged through the legs. So notice how all those pieces come together here to support your strong tree. And then when you're ready, exit out of the pose with as much control. Hands come back to the center. Left foot comes down. Switch sides. You're shifting your weight onto your left foot, right toes, right heel lifts. Bend in your left knee. Hands come to heart center. Find your focus. Sole of the right foot comes towards the ankle. Maybe it slides up the calf. And then you start to open up that right knee a little bit, but just notice how you can try to keep those hips facing forward as much as you can, staying long through the tailbone and engaged through the core. And then if it feels good, maybe you start to pull your heel up a little higher. And making contact with a part of that standing stable leg, that energy that you press into the leg and the energy presses into the foot might assist you to open up that knee a little bit more, if it feels available, right? Once you find your stability here, find your breath. Hands can be at heart center. Maybe the arms go overhead, challenging your balance. Maybe you sway, right? A little challenge, a little push, doing something a little different than you're used to is good, expands your practice. And when you're ready, slowly, hands come back to the heart, foot floats off the leg when you're ready, shake it out, do what you gotta do. Nice. And then right foot steps towards the front of the mat. Have the left foot step to the back of the mat and then pivot over to the long edge and take wide-legged forward fold. So hips go back, melt down, and walk your hands out long. So it's like a nice long, wide downward facing dog. Really only down dog variation that we're gonna do in class today. I guess we did one earlier, but press into the big toes, maybe you even heel toe them out a little wider as you send your hips back and you melt your heart through your arms. Feel free to just take a nice wide-legged forward fold. You can even have the hands under the shoulders and you're just bending the knees from side to side, kind of taking some lateral lunges, getting into the inner thigh. If you want to find Cossack squats from side to side, you're more than welcome to. Just breathing here, doing what you need to do. Finding the sensation that feels good to you. And when you're ready, begin to shift your weight back towards the top of the mat. Have that left knee come down and the right knee step back. Open your knees nice and wide. We'll find child's pose. So big toes can come together as you start to send your hips back and you're stretching your arms towards the top of the mat as you melt down. Taking a rest, melting yourself down towards the floor. Child's pose doesn't feel good. You're more than welcome to find a nice upright seat or something else like that. And then when you're ready, come out of that rest. Take your time wiggling things out. And then we'll come on to our back body. So shins or ankles, you can cross over, just bump them off to the side. Use your blanket towards the back of the mat for a little support. And we'll take some supine twists to kind of close out our class. So when you're ready, roll down onto your back body. Actually, before we take supine twists, we'll do a little bit of core and maybe a bridge pose just to kind of engage into that space here, kind of in some front body stuff. So have the right heel go long, interlace your hands behind your head, draw the left knee in and bring the right elbow toward the left knee. So immediately, nice and engaged with this left side body, and then switch sides. Left knee comes in, right knee comes in, left elbow twist, and then switch, switch. Just feel a little bit of work, this kind of final heat through the core for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1. Nice, release, feet come down, right away, as soon as they land, hands come down by your side, press into your feet and lift your hips. Feel that energy of the core, gonna energize you to lift you up. That energy underneath your glutes, really press through the feet. Send your knees towards your toes. Open up the front of the hips, big breath in. And then nice and easy, slowly let it come down, nice. Left leg goes towards the top of the mat, heels on the ground. We'll take some twists. If you want a block or the blanket too, here to catch your leg. Right knee comes in, squeeze the right knee up toward the chest. Take some circles with your right knee. We haven't done a ton with the hip here, so maybe opening and closing. Maybe draw that right knee up toward the right shoulder. And when I do this, when I find the compression in one leg, especially when I'm on my back, you can kick through that opposite leg. So kind of feel the opposite lines of energy here. And when you're ready to twist, guide the right leg across the body. Letting the knee or the shin or the ankle land on the block. Right arm goes out to the right, palm faces up. Maybe the gaze goes over. So now we're in a somewhat of a supported twist on our spine where gravity is helping you open a bit. So you've done a lot of the active twisting with your own, either leverage of your own arms or your own body. But here, obviously still can be very intense on your hips and your low back. So be gentle with yourself, but letting the effort, the work of gravity here that is always pulling on us, slowly help to open us. So with the right leg across the body, you're breathing into the right side, the right shoulder, the right lung. Visualizing these spaces. One of the major benefits of a consistent yoga practice is your body and knowing it well. Knowing where tension holds or where it releases fairly easy, or where you have natural space, or where you tend to, where the challenges are for you physically. So this is a really honest conversation you're having on using your body and your breath and the earth. When you're ready, just slowly release. Bring the gaze back to the sky, reset the right hand, and unwind. Roll onto your back body. Anything in between this twist, maybe the knees windshield wiper and the feet are wider than your mat. And you're just kind of flossing the knees from side to side. When you're ready to take it to side two, feel free. Right leg extends long and the left knee pulls in. Take some circles if you want to, maybe opening and closing the knee a few times. When you find some compression, if you want to, drawing the left knee up toward the shoulder, drive through the right heel. Notice how the pull from somewhere and how you can push in the opposite direction. And when you're ready to take the twist, feel free to go there. Gently guide the leg across. Find the support of a block, a blanket, a bolster. Left arm goes out to the left, palm is up. Maybe the gaze goes over that direction. And you're breathing into the left side. Stay focused on your breath. And be patient. Be patient with what you're finding, the way things unfold. When you're ready, left hand comes back towards the midline, unwind. And then find something symmetrical. We've been doing lots of twists, one-sided, side one, side two. So reset your hips on the earth so you're nice and even here. Maybe a kind of shimmy through the tailbone. Legs can go up and overhead, finding waterfall pose. You can always add a block under your hips too to support that little lift. This is really nice. You could also take happy baby, right, with the block or no block. I would say no block if you're taking happy baby. Nice widening, maybe you're rocking side to side. Also a plow pose can feel good. Ankles come together, start to reach the toes over your head, maybe finding a round in your spine. Again, these shapes on our back that we've done standing are using really the strength of our body to hold them, and maybe even go deeper. Now you get to use gravity as the tool to open you up. Plow pose is a nice introverted place, so really good to kind of maintain focus. And when you're ready to release, gently let the feet come down, maybe mat distance or wider. Feel free to support the backs of the knees, add a layer, an eye cover, weight on your hips. You're heading toward your final shape. Take your time to get here. And I will leave you with a reading to embrace the energy of fire. I'll give you a few moments to get settled. And once I complete the reading, it'll be up to you for how long you lay in your meditation. At least 5 minutes to integrate the practice, calm the nervous system, come back to the breath, let the labor and all of the work, all the effort, the tapas that you have channeled, let it settle. Once you find your resting place, soften, let go of the labored breath. And I offer you this mantra. So it has, of course, been translated from the Rig Veda. Heaven, earth, and all between, may we contemplate the radiant power of the sun's divine light and energy. May this inspire our understanding. Thank you.